your girl Viv. I hope everyone is safe and well. In today's video, I will be talking about my 3-day technology detox. In this video, I'll be covering why I detox, what I learned while detoxing, and do I recommend it to anyone? Will I be doing it again? Before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alrighty, so why I detoxed. I could go on hours for why I detoxed, but I was just feeling so overwhelmed with everything going on. Everyone knows about everything going on, and it's just absolutely crazy. I have not been called to work, so I am still on unemployment, and that is obviously very stressful. I'm very grateful because I know that some people are not even on unemployment, so I'm very, very grateful for the position I'm in, but definitely, you know, I had so many plans for this year and, next year, and they've all been postponed, and they're being postponed, and I'm having to postpone things, and it's just really kind of depressing and upsetting, Like, oh my God, first world problems. Like, I totally get it, but it definitely is something that is kind of weighing down on me, worrying about my future, what the next year is going to look like, what is happening in our world, because this is not normal, and I know that a lot of people are worried about it, as we should be. A lot of people are waking up as well, and we need to wake up to what is going on, because what is being told to you is not the truth, okay? You guys need to do your own research and look into it, as scary as it is. There's a lot going on that really does scare me, okay? I don't like talking about negative things on my channel. That is not what my channel is about, but just do your own research, and I'll leave it at that. I kept thinking about, is the world gonna end? When is the world gonna end? And then it hit me, my world is going to end. Your world is going to end. Everyone is going to end. Everyone is going to die one day. And I know this is such a depressing thought, but it's true. And it really, really hit me these past couple of days in quarantine. Like, am I living the life that I want to be living? Am I surrounded by the people I want to be surrounded by? I mean, all these questions just started flowing through my head, and I was kind of going crazy. I started talking to someone that I know from my childhood. I started talking to him, and we started getting a little bit of feelings. We were talking a lot, and he's far away from me, obviously at a distance, and I was just thinking, like, what is my life gonna look like? Like, what's going on? I like to guard my heart romantically. I've just been on my own trying to save my energy and just really focus on myself right now. So opening up my heart was difficult, and I closed it again, but before these 3 days, I wasn't really sure what I was gonna do. I wasn't sure what my next step in regards to him would be. So I had so many things in my head, and I just wanted an answer to at least one of my questions. Like, I had so many questions, I just wanted one answer, and I thought maybe detoxing from technology would help me. So when I say detoxing from technology, I turned off my MacBook and I powered off my phone. I was not allowed to listen to music. I was not allowed to watch Netflix. Anything that would distract me, I was not allowed to partake in. So now we are going to get on to part 2 of the video, which is what I learned from these 3 days and 3 nights. The reason I say 3 days and 3 nights is because it literally felt like a whole different century at night. In the morning, I was able to wake up and kind of be productive, like, oh my God, this feels so good. It's sunny outside. Let me go to the park. Let me do this. Let me do that. And then towards nighttime, I felt like I had already drained all my energy. I did everything productive I could possibly do. I just kind of wanted to lay back and be on my phone. I don't know, like watch Netflix or something, FaceTime someone, and I couldn't. So it was like the nighttime felt like a whole different century. So that's why I mentioned the day and the night. I learned that I look at my phone a lot, like all the time. Every time I was getting out of the shower these past 3 days, I would be like, okay, let me go check if I missed a call while I was in the shower or something. I'm like, wait, I don't have my phone on me. So little tiny habits I have to check my phone. I kind of realized how my brain just kind of tracks back to wanting to be on the phone throughout the day, all day long. I figured out that I'm actually less anxious without my phone. So I thought that going to stores, I would be more anxious now that I don't have my phone. Like, oh my gosh, like if anything happens, I can't call anyone, blah, blah, blah. Going into stores without your, AirPods in, without music blasting, and like without your phone, I don't know why, but it was so calming. Maybe you guys can, suggest why it was down in the comments. I really don't know why it was more calming, but it was more calming. Going to the parks was so much fun. Going to parks, going on walks when I didn't have the time and I didn't know what the weather would be like, it just kind of felt like I was free. Like I was literally free, just like playing in a simulation, like I was in a game, you know what I mean? That's what it felt like. Like, what weather is it gonna be like? I really don't know if it's gonna rain in 10 minutes, in 30 minutes. I have no idea if it's gonna thunder, because it has been doing that a lot in New York. Anyone who lives in New York knows what I'm talking about. It literally sounds like Thor is taking it outside my window. every freaking day now. But yeah, so not knowing what time it was or what the weather was like really just felt fun and playful, kind of like I was a kid again. Like we would go out with our parents and they were the ones keeping track of time when we could go inside. Oh my god, it's gonna rain, kids, come in, come in, come in. It felt like life just went on forever. So without having time constantly in my mind, checking my phone, checking my notifications, checking the weather, seeing if I still have time to hang out, like do whatever I was doing, you know, was very freeing, not having those worries. I noticed how hard it is to self-motivate without music or a podcast or an interview going on in the background. I was trying to clean my house and it was so hard to just motivate myself and get moving faster. I took a bike ride, which is the same route that I always go, and it was so hard. It felt like I was pushing like Snow White's 10 little, what are those guys? Dwarfs? Elves? Dwarfs. Snow White's 10 is 12? I don't even know. But I felt like I was chugging along with them, like on my bike ride. It was so much harder to do anything throughout the day without music or an interview or FaceTiming someone, like without having distraction, just your own mind. It was so much harder to self-motivate, which is very, very eye-opening. Every time I was feeling down throughout the day, I would catch myself thinking, okay, you'll just buy ice cream and watch Netflix. And I was like, wait, you can't do that. So what are you gonna do instead? I would just meditate or I would draw. I got back into sewing and I made these awesome pieces that I'm so proud of. So I was able to reconnect with that. I was able to read a lot from the book Reality Transurfing. I have a video on reality transurfing. I will link it down below and there's more coming. I was able to script and do a lot of things that I had been kind of postponing, putting off, procrastinating. I was able to get it done in these past 3 days. So I'm really, really proud of that. I noticed that I run away from my emotions a lot. So every time I was kind of feeling like just a little bit anxious, a little bit depressed, a little bit sad, a little bit insecure, I had this like impulse, go to Instagram, go to Snapchat, go to Messenger, go to Facebook, go to YouTube, go to Google, like whatever. I also have a dentist appointment coming up and I'm kind of freaking out about it. Who doesn't freak out about dentist appointments? Oh wait, nobody doesn't freak out about dentist appointments. Everybody freaks out about dentist appointments. So I have a dentist appointment tomorrow and I was like freaking out the past 3 days. I was gonna go search on YouTube about it. And since I didn't have YouTube to do research on like, you know, cavities or fillings or this or that, I just had to drop the subject completely. I realized that I'm less anxious when I don't do the research. So normally I would research for hours about whatever I'm anxious or depressed or sad or whatever about or curious about. I would do hours of research and I would find myself anxious throughout those hours of research. So these past 3 days, whenever I felt an anxious thought or a curious thought, I was able to just drop it right there because I didn't have anything I could do research on. So not doing research is actually more beneficial for me mentally and emotionally to stabilize myself than doing research, and I literally had no idea. And I also found out that I'm really, really good at just being alone. I'm really good at being myself. I'm good at, you know, not pleasing anyone, not talking to anyone. I also realized that sometimes I isolate myself a little bit too much and that it's okay to open up and it's okay to let people in. I realized that, you know, towards the end of the 3rd day, I was literally driving myself crazy. Like I just wanted to talk to someone. And I had no one to talk to. It's good to connect to yourself, but once you've figured out who you are, and you're obviously constantly going back and figuring out who you are, but once you have that time, it's also good to spend time with other people. So I learned that in these past 3 days that you really do need connection with other people to feel sane and to just learn from other people. And just in general, as a human, you need connection, okay? And sometimes I would just put myself in a little box. I just spit. Sometimes I would put myself in a little box and think that I'm more successful if I'm just alone and isolated and spending all this time working on myself. But these past 3 days did show me that you do need human connection, and it is okay to want someone. It is okay to want to be around people. Anyways, yeah, that's also what I learned. Now we're going on to part 3 of this video, which is, am I going to do it again, and do I suggest it for other people? Definitely, I am definitely going to do it again. I'm definitely going to make it a habit to go days without my phone and technology and Wi-Fi and all that. I think it's just good to feel independent as well. Nowadays, we really don't know what's going to happen. We don't have control over the internet. We don't have control over our technology, and you really need to know who you are without all of these other things that we have made a habit into our life. So if anything does happen, you don't feel out of control and you don't feel like you're in an alien space, because the world does really seem to be different when you connect with your roots and you connect to people and you connect to nature and you don't have your phone to distract you from anything. So I do think it is very necessary, and I do recommend it to everyone. Everyone should do this. And yeah, I will be doing it again. So I hope this video was informative, positive, or fun in some kind of way. I know it kind of had a little depressing, side note to it. You know, depression was kind of lingering in the back of this video. I know that, but I thought it was important to share this with you guys, and I think it is a good habit. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Comment anything down below. The comment section is where the party is at, okay? Crickets, cricket noise. Yes, Vivian. Future Vivian, edit cricket noise in here because your comment section is not cool. It's not where the party's at. It's not where the after party is at either. It's where the morning after the party is at. You know, the hangover part of the party. That's where it's at in my comments. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to check out my eco-friendly clothing brand at VentasiApparel.com. I will link it down below. And don't forget to check out my Instagram account at Vivian_Boyer. I will also be linking it down below. Stay safe, stay sane, and don't forget you are the creator of your life. So I will see you guys in my next video.